Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today's article has to do with China and Great Britain. It seems like Great Britain wants to copy, for whatever reason, what Nancy Pelosi did, Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, and they want to aggravate, provoke, I would say, China, and there could be only one outcome from these provocations, and that would be the same as Ukraine. It seems very, very strange that these guys are so weasels in a way of trying to provoke a fight with someone using other nations. So they destroy other nations in the process, and it's just a fight between the big guys. But you can't really attack the big guys because the big guys are hiding behind, we're not involved, whereas they are actually the ones who are instigating. I think the Taiwan and Nancy Pelosi's landing was an instigation, and China, since the things are murky over there, it's incapable of making a move at this time in any direction. It doesn't let go, but it's not going all the way, so it's caught in between the issue of Taiwan. And since Nancy Pelosi is just a person who pretty soon is going to meet, I don't know which one, the one up there or the one down there, I'm not certain yet, and I don't care actually. It's just, from my perspective, she's an irrelevant person in relation with Russia, with China. But if they want to make a point that she comes over there and does that, that's fine. It's just a stunt. Now, this article comes from Reuters from August 2nd, actually, and the Chinese ambassador warns British lawmakers against Taiwan visit, The Guardian reports. So China's UK ambassador Zheng Zheguang vowed severe consequences if British lawmakers visit Taiwan, The Guardian reported on Tuesday. Oh my God. So visits would interfere in China's internal affairs and would lead to severe consequences in China-UK relations, Zhang said at a news conference in London, the report says. We call on the UK side to abide by the Sino-UK joint communique and not to underestimate the extreme sensitivity of the Taiwan issue and not to follow the US's footsteps. The Guardian quoted Zhang as saying. Zhang's comments came after The Guardian reported on Monday that British House of Commons Foreign Affairs Committee is planning a visit to Taiwan, probably in November or early December this year. Taiwan faces mounting pressure from China, which considers the democratically governed island its own territory. Separately, tensions have escalated in the Taiwan Strait after the U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi arrived in Chinese-claimed self-ruled island late on Tuesday, a move that China condemned as a threat to peace and stability. The committee did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment regarding Zhang's statement. Taiwan's foreign minister office could not immediately be reached. Foreign ministry. The reports come following a deteriorating relationship between China and Britain, which UK leadership candidates Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak demonstrating their tough stance on China as they race to replace Boris Johnson as Britain's next Prime Minister. Responding to remarks about China by Sunak and Truss, Zhang urged British politicians to be realistic about the fundamentals of bilateral relations, The Guardian reported. And no intention of hurting anybody's feelings here, okay? But I don't know if my fellow British friends here are under the impression, if they are under the impression that really, if Great Britain wants to go on the other side of the globe and, let's say, challenge China over there, has a chance. I don't know if you guys being in the middle or on that side of the equation. I'm outside. From my perspective, I would give Great Britain slim chances to have, if challenges China over there, without any help, I'm talking about. Without proxy wars, without the big boss, you know, the Zimbabwean, transatlantic Zimbabwe. That's, I mean, it's too much. I think it's too much to have to transport things and to do what? To attack China, to defend Taiwan. I don't think that a direct challenge would be successful for Great Britain. This is, I think, for me at least, it's obvious. But I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I know how it is when someone tells you that your country would lose in a war with the other country. You feel patriotic and so on. But realistically, think about the transport and think about the, you know, it's all, I mean, it's hard to find someone on the other side of the globe. Remember just Argentina, and Argentina is not China whatsoever. And how much power was over there? How many airplanes? I watched a few documentaries. I read a book about that little scuffle over there. That would not be what would be right now with China. And we could say, well, that's not the same that we were then. We are different now. That's true, but now there are missiles, a lot of missiles, and now there's atomic and, you know, nuclear rockets and missiles and this and that. So it's a lot different and more devastating. And you have China and you don't have Argentina. No offense towards Argentina. The Argentina is not on the same par with China. We should agree on that. Now, obviously, all of this is it's a provocation because they have their back, they're covered by the big boss, the United States of America. And it's very interesting because these guys, this committee doesn't visit, let's say, Bangladesh, or they don't visit, let's say, Paraguay or Chile, or I don't know, Indonesia or Romania or Hungary or Taiwan, to show support. It's, why would you show support from the other side of the globe? What in whose neighborhood are you going over there? You have nothing to do over there, but it doesn't mean you can't show support. But I think, I think it was maybe a year ago, one of a Chinese spokesperson, an official anyway, said something about Great Britain, telling Great Britain that Great Britain is not United States. So was very direct, saying basically, you are talking too much, but you talk because you have United States behind you. You are not United States, but you think you are. And there are some other reports that I think also Lavrov said, not necessarily that's true, but I tend to agree with this position that Great Britain lost its might a long time ago. Unfortunately, it was bankrupt after the First World War or Second World War, which one or both, and lost the colonies, lost and remained with its island over there. And doesn't mean you can't have power, but it's one thing when you can be destroyed with one blow. It's you know, in a Second World War, you know, if the Germans would have been able, or you know, let's say, to conquer the island, the leadership of Great Britain, of England and all that, they would have moved to one of the colonies, and they said that they would continue their fight. Now if you have about 20 rockets coming and you destroy 19 and one falls on the island, you don't have time to even take a dump, right? Sorry for the analogy, but you don't have time to use the restroom, let's put it this way. So we'll find out what's going to happen then. If they land, probably it's going to be, they're going to push China deeper into Russia's brotherhood, and probably going to push China towards a smack. And there's going to be a smackdown between, like you have in Ukraine, you're going to have in probably Taiwan, but Taiwan is and far away, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't think anybody else is going to get involved. I'm talking about Korea, South Korea or Japan. If they get involved, these guys are going to just erase them. That's my assessment. They're not playing like Russia. They're just different over there. Look at, for instance, at the Japanese, when Japan attacked and conquered and created Manchukuo in Manchuria. What happened there? You can say, yeah, but the Russians did the same thing when they came with the front. Not the Russians, actually, the Soviets. When they came with the front. Well, that's true too. That means we get the same common denominator. War is bad, obviously. If you're at the receiving end, it seems like. Thank you very much for being with me. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.